Welcome. Great morning. You are now tuned in on the clock with Doc. Morning motivation show. You here, man. We here. Another beautiful day. Another great opportunity to do something amazing in our life, man. How y'all feeling this morning? Huh? Say, listen, man, I don't know what happened yesterday. I had a post by me talking about my first day in the penitentiary, how they got your boy at the back door, stripped us naked, done all that. I'm talking about yesterday, it started jumping off, man. It started going crazy. Next thing I know, we had 14,000 views. Next thing I know, we had 46. Then it's at 58. I looked this morning, it's at 191. I say, ooh, boy, you going on with your bad self then. How y'all feeling, man? Say, listen, that's why I be telling y'all, listen. Hey, what's up, Harrison? How you feeling this morning, fam? You all right? Appreciate you, man. Say, but look, that's why I be telling people, man, listen. If you got dreams, hopes, and desires and things that you want to do in your life, places that you want to go, right? You got to realize that you have an audience out there that is strategically waiting on you to show up with whatever you got. They need it, right? And a lot of times I feel like, and this is self-included, right? I'm going to include myself in this. So I'm raising my hand too. I'm not just talking at nobody. I'm talking to people. So I'm going to include myself in this, right? Sometimes we do things and we feel like they're supposed to happen when we want them to happen. How we want them to happen. Great morning, Jerry's daughter. How you feeling, fam? We want them to happen exactly the way we want them to happen, right? Ethan, how you feeling? Boy, you good? And so we want these things to happen as fast as we want them to happen, right? Not realizing that everything is going to happen in God's time and when it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen, who it's supposed to happen with. And things don't move as quick as we feel like they should or how we wanted them. So we think that it didn't work. It's not a win. Not realizing the more you put in the work, right? The more you put in the work, the more you keep putting one foot in front of the other. Every day that you wake up with a desire to win and do some great things, you're going to be getting closer to whatever that is that you're wanting to accomplish. And I think we miss one small thing. We miss one thing, right? That I want to talk to y'all about this morning. I don't think we celebrate the small wins enough, right? Because every time we get up the bat, we want to hit a home run. Not realizing because of that base hit or that W hit, somebody was able to score a run. Just because you didn't score a run, right? You still was able to put one of your runners in position to score a run. So a point was still scored whether you scored it or not. You got an RBI. You feel me? And I think a lot of times, and this is self-included, I'm including myself in this, y'all. I think we don't look at the small wins that we get, not realizing those small wins actually add up to be a big impact, right? Small win here, small win there. And the more we start to appreciate the small wins, then we will realize that every day we steady moving forward. Even though we're not hitting a home run, knocking it out the park, this, that, and the other, we're still, right? We're still making progress. Hey, Jeff, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? So we still making progress to the way that we want to go. It may not be a big old home run. It may not be a success, but it is a win for you, right? And you got to realize, right, you got to understand that the small wins, they are stepping stones to achieving bigger goals. You're not going to always just hit the big goal right off the top. You got to make some small wins, right? You got to keep on realizing that it is scientific. It's science, right? Small accomplishments, they release dopamine, right? That feel-good chemical that increases motivation and productivity. So appreciate the gifts, man. I really do appreciate it, man. And so those small wins that we are continually getting and understanding, those are the wins that are going to continually give us the momentum that we're going to be able to look back on and realize because we continually push forward, because we continually grind and we did not give up, we were able to compact a lot of those small wins to really understand that those small wins are making a big impact. You feel me? And you got to realize habits. We got to start having better habits. We got to start doing things that we know are our life operating principles, our LOPs. And when we have these LOPs and our life operating principles, then we can understand that there are certain things that we need to do. And when we figure out the way to actually do them, put them in plan and in position, then we can actually start seeing improvement in places that we might need to start. Okay, I see where I can do better right here. I see where I can do better right there, and start putting little things on that to continually focus on the path that we're going on, right? And another thing we got to remember, man, we got to start shifting our focus from perfection to progress, right? So many times when we doing stuff in life and we grinding and we working towards a goal and we working towards an accomplishment, a lot of time we want everything to be perfect. And because it didn't come out a certain way, we feel like it wasn't accomplished and we didn't do it right, not realizing, hey, man, sometimes you got to just switch over from the whole perfection phase and say, hey, I'm showing up. I'm showing up. I'm making progress every day. Every day that you show up, you are steadily saying, hey, I believe in what I got going on. You telling God, I believe in what I got going on. You telling the people around you that's watching, I believe what I got going on. And I'm telling you, once you start making that progress, right, you start understanding that the farther you get into your journey and the more things that you may feel like you don't really know how to do, or this, that, and the other that you need, you got to remember that the Creator going to start putting people in your path that are going to help you along the journey. He just needs you to know, right? That you going to win. And when you make up in your mind that you're not going to quit and you continually decide to keep going forward, moving forward, showing up, putting in the work, doing the things that you need to do, you're going to realize that going down this path, it's going to get a little bit easier because you've learned and discovered, hey, I'm fixing to start doing the hard stuff. And the more I do the hard stuff, eventually it's going to get easy. And then you're going to come along the path and it's going to be people who have been exactly where you're trying to go. And they're going to be able to give you some tips, some nuggets, and some gems, right, to help you get through this part of the journey, right? And you got to realize a lot of time we look at success as actually accomplishing something and having a whole thing like, oh, this is what I did. I successfully bought me a brand new car. I successfully bought me a brand new, but not realizing, right? Success should be, you should redefine success to a consistent progress rather than an attainable idea, right? Because if you can just keep on showing up, right, that's success all in itself. Showing up every day, putting in the work, putting one foot in front of the other, growing and going and believing in you no matter what, man. Because you got to understand, like, sometimes what's up, baby? Sometimes we might need to get us like a little journey or something so we can progress. We can document our progress and what we're doing and how we doing it and what worked and what didn't work, right? Because I'm telling y'all right now, say, listen, man, listen. The whole point of me doing what I do, the whole point of me motivating and encouraging and all of this here is to basically show you and tell you, right? It don't matter where you come from. It don't matter what you've been through, color your skin, last name, none of that matters. At some point, you got to decide and work, okay, who am I first? What do I want to do in this life? What do I want to be remembered for? Who do I want to help? How do I want to set my family up behind me? Ain't nobody put me on their shoulders. So guess what? I got to step out here on my own. I'm going to be the generational curse breaker, right? That's the people I'm talking to. Those people who I just described, those are the people I'm talking to, right? Because I want to be a motivating and an encourager to show you that when you discover, right, that you got something strategically and intentionally placed inside of you to go and do a great work in the earth, and you got a gift inside of you that is for you, And when you figure out what it is, you figure out how it's used, you figure out where to use it at. Hey, listen, you can do anything you put your mind to. You want to set your family up, you're going to set your family up. You want to get you a business, you want, hey, man, you want to live. Hey, this is my dream. My dream is to wake up every day and have an opportunity to get to go and do what I love. Because when I get to go and do what I love, I know that I'm going to go and give it everything I got, every opportunity that I get. Why? Because I love it. I love doing it. This is what hypes me up. This is what give me that gooey feeling in my stomach when I know I get to go to a school and talk to some youngsters that everybody done push their hands back from, because they they this and they, man, y'all don't understand when I get to go and I see them youngsters, especially the ones who some of their parents done grew up with me and they already know me, probably been watching some of my videos. So every time they see me, they say, oh, that's them, my mama be watching your videos. So guess what? I already got, you know what I'm saying? I can already talk to them because they willing to listen to anything I got to say. Why? Because they mom and dad is already watching and listening to me. So when I get to go and do these things, that's like a highlight for me. I love it, man. You hear me? And so I want to get on here to motivate you and encourage you that guess what? God ain't no respect of a person. You hear me? God is no respect of a person. If he can do it for me, right? He can do it for you. But at some point, you got to want to do it for you. Right? You got to know that you got something deep down inside of you that the Creator has placed inside of you strategically and intentionally for a day such as this. I can guarantee you, you can go out right now and you can look any way you want to look, man. It's a lot going on in the world. The world needs help, man. Praying for the people in California, man. They got wildfires right now in California. I'm praying for all of them, right? But it's somewhere, someplace on the earth that I know that if you really knew about it and you knew that you had the utensils and the tools and you was equipped to go and make a difference in whatever area that is, you would probably go. And you will love doing it because it's probably something you love to do. And once you discover that, you will realize that, hey, listen, man, I'm getting to do my part in the earth. And whatever that is, man, right? So that's why I tell people, when you going and you look, when you desiring to do a certain thing and you want to go here and you want to do that, listen, man, sometimes you're not going to hit the home run. Sometimes you're going to hit a base hit and get somebody on the next base or whatever the case may be. But you got to start celebrating the small wins, because those small wins, when they start packing up together, you're going to realize you're going to be able to look back on it 2 years from now, 5 years from now. You're going to get to see that those small wins that you've been making have actually been a big old impact. Every win, no matter how minor, is proof there is capability and progress. Every time you get a small win, it don't matter how big it is. You basically saying, guess what? I stayed consistent. I kept showing up. I kept putting in the work. I'm getting there. Because, listen, that's what I tell people, right? The things we want to do in life, the places that we want to go, especially people like me, I'm going to be a generational curse breaker. I'm talking about I'm going to retire my wife and my mom. I'm going to set my kids and my grandkids up, right? And I didn't have nobody to do that before me. So I'm doing this first generation. I'm learning a lot of this on my own, investing, real estate, insurance policy, 501c3 nonprofit, LLC businesses and tax credits. I'm learning all this here, first generation. Ain't no, we didn't have those kind of discussions at my dinner table like some other people did. And I'm not knocking and hating the other people that did. Thank God that they had somebody in their life that was able to sit down and do that. I didn't. So guess what? I'm not whining. I'm not complaining. All I'm saying is I got work to do. You feel me? We got work to do. And so once we realize that we got work to do, then we can start deciding in our mind, okay, listen, this is what I want out of life. This is where I want to go in life. These are some of the great, amazing, awesomely things that I want to do in life, right? and you make up your mind and you decide that no matter what, no matter how hard it get, no matter how hard life push back on me, no matter how hard somebody not supporting me, somebody not doing X, no matter none of that, because you got to realize as long as it's you and God, y'all gonna always be the majority. He's the one that gives everybody the ideas they got. If you really want to know the truth, he's the one that bring in the provision for the visions that he's giving people. If you really want to know the truth, you feel me? And when you get locked in with that and you realize that he got everything, he know everything, he can do. Listen, it's almost like being, and I always use sports analogies because I love sports, right? It's almost like being in a huddle and y'all down there and guard the quarterback and he telling the play and he look at you and he tell you, hey, say, listen, it's coming to you this time. So be ready. Keep your head on a swivel. We coming that way, right? And you just go out there and you just take off running. And the ball come, right? And you totally miss it. Or you can be the one in the huddle and he tell, hey, say, listen, it's coming your way. All I need you to do is go hit a quick slant. And as soon as you hit that slant, it's coming. And you go out there and you say, hey, listen, I know the play. I'm in position, right? And you go out there and you make the play. But then it's some of us, right? It's some of us that we know after this play, we always do this play and we think it's going to be that, but not realizing they done called us in the huddle to change the play, but we think we know it all. So we that running, we that cornerback, that wide receiver that stand out there. You know how sometimes where they get ready to call the play and the wide receiver and he'll call them off like, I know what we doing. Now realizing now we done switched the play, man. You got to come in here and get the play. That's like having the whole world on your side. But when you got God on your side, it ain't nothing you can't do, man. It ain't no way you can't go. But you got to believe that you can do it, right? And that's why I tell people, say, listen, in this life, to go and to do the things you want to do in life, you got to truly believe it. Hey, man, Cowboys will never win another Super Bowl. So you feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. Somebody just got on my TikTok and I had to holler at them about that because Cowboys will never win again. So listen, today, on this Friday, we've made it through another week. We made it through another work week, most people will say. So what are you doing? Right? Listen, here's the thing, man. I want to talk to the people who truly believe in what they believe and desire to do some amazing, great things in their earth, in their community, in their family, around their sphere of influence. Them the people that I want, man. Them the people that I want to talk to, because I'm telling you, a lot of people, they looked at me. Hey, and look, y'all go look at my bio too. I just now put a link to order my book. I wrote a book back in 2016. It's a book about my life. I just put a link in my bio. And I posted it with the link on there so you can order my book, man, and I'll ship it out as soon as I get the order. $15. And it's about a lot of the stories that I'll be telling y'all, like, this is real life for me, right? I started from nothing, man, all the way from the back. But I'm here now, and I'm here to tell and show people what God can do in a man's life that make himself available. And I'm not talking about being extra preachy and churchy and religious and all of that, man. I come from the streets. I come from the hood, but I realize that God is real, right? And he's done some amazing things in my life. When I was in the hog barn cleaning up hog mess as a job, I remember getting my parole tonight and going in the corner and just saying, God, if you real like everybody say you real, you will get me out of this, man. I'm here. I didn't think I would ever get out that place. Having to go up there, working the hog barn from 4:30 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon on East Ham Unit in Love Lady, Texas. That's a real life, man. I really did that. Having to work in the chicken highs on Win Unit. That's real life for me. So a lot of time people be seeing me and they, oh man, he's just so full of energy. He just so happy. Look, listen, man, you got to understand where I come from. You got to understand what I've been through. And to be able to wake up in the morning, laying next to my wife in a nice warm bed and it's freezing cold out there, you feel me? I'm blessed, man. And I know, right? I know that God is going to get to use my story to show so many people in the world where I come from, what I've been through, what I've overcame in life. things that a lot of people would have let knock them out the race. And I kept on, I'm telling you, say, listen, man, when I was in that hog barn and I was in the penitentiary, I got 4 kids. I started having kids at a very early age when I was 17 years old, right? I got 2 sons. Their mothers are not from the streets. They not from the hood like me. You feel me? And so my kids was being raised way different than I was being raised. And I understood that. And I knew my kids they not cut out for the streets. They not built for that. Even though they got me in them, they got me in their DNA. They got some of that wisdom and knowledge. They'll be able to navigate and move around the way that they need to be, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff gonna go over their head. And if they not paying attention, it's gonna hit them in the face. That type of thing. And I knew that. So I decided that I was going to be the generational curse breaker in my family. I was going to start doing something different. I was going to start setting a different model of what I wanted it to look like, because I've been out there. I know ain't nothing out there. I jumped off the porch when I was 11 years old, following my big cousin and my big brothers and uncles and them, smoking weed, gambling, shooting dice, messing with girls, skipping school. I dropped out of school when I was 13 years old. I thought I was going to rap, smoke weed, and hustle for the rest of my life. You feel me? I've been out there. And so when all of it, when I got in that hall, look, that was my 3rd time in the penitentiary. I went the first time, right? Got out, didn't learn nothing, had a parole violation, went right back, then end up in 2005 when they had Hurricane Katrina and all the evacuees came from Louisiana. We walking around with pistols everywhere we go. Something happened, I get jammed up with a pistol, catch a pistol case, unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. I'm gone back, got a 5-year sentence, right? And I realized my kids was growing up, and man, these people sent me to East Ham Unit, had me working in the hog barn. Say, when I tell you that broke me, say, listen, man, waking up early in the morning, 4:30, like right now, it's free. Listen, right now, on East Ham Unit in Lovelady, Texas, I wish I can look up the temperature. It is cold up there right now. And when you go in that hog barn right now, get what they got to do. They got to thaw the hog poop out before they can even start scooping it, because it done froze overnight. You feel me? So now I got to wait another extra 2 hours just to thaw this out before I can even start scooping it and cleaning it up, man. It was bad. And just think about how it used to smell whenever it used to be hot. When it used to be hot, man, as soon as you come in there, man, that heat hit that hog poop. Ooh, funky. I'm talking about funky. Yeah. But me going through everything that I went through, it taught me, right? I started realizing that, man, these people can do anything they want to do to you. What's up, fam? They can do anything they want to do to you. Them people had me working in the hog barn, cleaning up hog mess as a job. And I realized that, man, if I don't start doing something different, right? And my kids seeing this and they thinking that this is life, they could be down here. And that's when I start making a change for myself and for the people around me, man. Right? And so I truly believe I get to be a testament of it don't matter where you come from, what you've been through. None of that matters. And you just got to believe in what you believe and understand that everything that you going through, right? Everything that you going through, it's for you to learn and grow and to be everybody that you say that you want to be, man. Life ain't going to be easy. But listen, the harder it is, the more you get to learn and the farther you get to go. And experience is the best teacher. So when you've been through a lot in your life, right, it ain't a whole lot. Listen, you can learn from some other people, but you can teach so much more. You hear me? That's why I be talking to my little nephews, man, letting them know, say, listen, man, I understand. A lot of my little nephews, just like I was, emotionally driven men. I was raised by my mama and my grandma. I didn't have no real structure of a man in my house. I didn't see how men really handle conflict. All I saw is how my mama handled it. And guess what? My mama, she was not really good with her emotions. She get mad, she gonna say whatever come out of her mouth to whoever is standing in front of her. And that's what I saw. So guess what? Now I am 12, 13, 14 years old, and I get mad. What you think? It's coming out my mouth. You think I'm learning how to hold? Now I'm finna say whatever, and it can go however far you take it. That's how I got in most of my trouble, getting mad and reacting off of my emotions and just doing whatever I felt needed to be done, not realizing a lot of times that's not how you do it. Because you can get in something that you can't get out of. That's why I be telling my little nephews, man, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to think, man. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to think, man. Because if you not stopping and you not thinking, you're reacting out of your emotions. Now here you is 14 years old with this big old gun in your hand, and somebody make you mad and you jump out at the stoplight and just shoot them. Now 2 people dead, and it's 3 hours later and you sitting in the detective office saying you want your mama because you done calm down. You can't have your mama. You 14 years old with a big old gun. We trying to figure out where you got this gun at first. And who was you with? You feel me? And they don't think about that because they just reacting out of their emotions. And that's why I get to reach back to my little nephews and tell them, say, listen, it ain't as detrimental as you think it is. You right, nephew. 1 second can determine the rest of your whole life. 1 second, man. That's all it takes. It's a split second. And so that's why I do what I do. That's why I come through like the way that I come through. And I realize that God has given me a gift to do what I do. He has given you a gift to go and do whatever it is that you desire, that you want to do. Anything that you've told yourself that you love to do, that you're very good at. And not only that, it's helping somebody else. That's a part of your gift and your talent, man. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. You feel me? And when you know that and you realize that, bro, you'll start understanding you got a purpose and a plan, and you got something inside of you that God want to use for his glory, man. You feel me? Say, listen. Hey, listen, man. I thank God for everything that I've been through in my life. Because now that I get to look back on it, I get to see that, guess what? Everything that I went through back there was to help me for a day such as this, for a time such as this, man. A lot of these youngsters, they just misunderstood because everybody judging them. They going through so much. They seeing so much. A lot of stuff we didn't have to see when we was that young because we didn't have social media. We wasn't able to reach and connect people all across the country and do all of that. But now we do. Now we can. And so they're being exposed to so much more stuff than we was, man. And it's crazy. And a lot of them, they trying to live up to what other people want them to live up to and be what other, not realizing, man, it's okay to be the guy that go to school and get your education. It's cool to be a nerd because guess what? The nerd is the one that's hiring all the gangsters that turn their life around. It's cool to be a nerd, man. Go get your education. Your education is something can't nobody ever take from you, but it's also something nobody can ever give to you. And the more you learn, the more you earn, Bubba. And if you can learn to fall in love with learning, you can learn to do what you love. And when you do what you love as a job, you will never work a day in your life, man. And that's why I tell them, say, go discover what your gift is. Go find out why you made, man. Go find out what you good at, what you love to do. Yeah. Man, let's say, listen, man, I'm telling y'all, man, I figured it out. I got it. And so you can either go along this journey with me and get some nuggets and some gems along the way. Because one thing about it, I ain't gonna never gatekeep. I never gatekeep. Listen, if I got some information that I know can help you along the journey, I'm gonna give it to you. Yes, press down, good measure, shaking together, running over. I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't tripping, because guess what? We may be going in the same direction, but we ain't going to the same destination. My destination is my destination. Your destination is your destination, man. And I'm going to do anything I can to help you get there. And you just stay out the way when I'm on the way to mine. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to help me. Just get out my way. And if it's any way I can help you, I'm going to help you. I ain't tripping. Because guess what? For me to be able to help you, that means I got some kind of knowledge on this. Where you think I get the knowledge at? God had to give me the knowledge. And because God give it, he say freely it was given, freely I should give. So I ain't tripping. I'm going to give it away. Whatever it is, man. If I can teach you about crypto, I'm going to teach you what I know about it. Any whatever. We good. But it's so many people that I know that look like me, got all the information, and they secretly in competition because they scared. They don't want to give you the information because they think, oh, man, everybody already like him anyway, so I know if he get this, man, he going to be doing this. None of that should matter, man. None of that should matter. Right? And that's the problem with us as people, man. We so worried about what other people got going on, what other people doing, not realizing, say, man, listen, focus on you. Go where you need to go. Do some of the things you need to do and watch how high you go, man. Right? So listen, man, I'm finna pray for y'all. I love y'all. TikTok, they put some restrictions on my stuff. So y'all just chill. I'm a reset and I'm coming back, but I want to pray y'all out real quick. Thank you, Lord, again for just giving me the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding to reach to your people, talk to your people. They could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with me, and I appreciate that. So I just want to say thank you and that I love you. And in the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen, amen, amen. Hey, man, say y'all go be great, man. I love y'all. I'll see y'all Monday.